Hey,
Good to have you back. Back in the video.
here I am with Tagore Fennell from Fennell Films.
Fennell Films crew.
Welcome, I'm here to
You part of
interview.
Part of the interview. There we go.
Did we get that?
So yeah, I think we did get that.
Got
so
that.
yeah, that's always a good thing. But yeah, alright, so let's get started.
So I'm here to talk and interview you and find out what's been going on. We're like 9 weeks in now, is that right? Saturday
so
was
it was
the day.
today, yeah.
9 weeks.
I know, so 9 weeks today, and yeah, it's been a long process for sure, I won't lie. Like, I think for the whole family and all of us, to be honest. With
I'd agree with that.
You would agree with that in terms of how, you know, long this whole like thing has been for us all, you know, and it's taken, you know, not a toll, I guess you could say, but it's definitely been, you know, hard for all of us, I think.
How many like glasses of water I've you?
Exactly.
Vegemite sandwiches.
Yeah, you could, yeah,
well, maybe not Vegemite sandwiches.
Yeah, I'm not much of a Vegemite fan, but
No.
like Indian sandwich fan kind of thing, but I'll take them still.
Toast?
On toast could be alright, yeah.
Bit of butter?
Okay, right, yeah. But yeah, so no, it's been, yeah, very interesting for sure. But
So, 9 weeks in,
yep.
how you doing?
I'm alright, hey, I think, like, I was supposed to get the cast off a week ago, so I think coming into, like, that whole hospital situation and walking in, you know, and then...
That was last week, so that was 8 weeks.
8 weeks ago,
But first, often you hear with casts 6 weeks.
It's usually 6 weeks, yeah.
So
the way I
we got
broke
to
it.
6 weeks?
Yeah, we got to 6 weeks first, and it was, you know, I didn't have the big idea that I was going to get it off. I didn't think I was, to be honest. I sort of had that in the back of my head the whole time. But then, yeah, you know, we come to this 8-week mark and it looks like we should be ready to go. You know, we should be making a bit of move, you know, and getting back to that spot where I want to be. And yeah, it never really happened, I guess. We went in there and they looked at it. The tib's looking alright, but the fib, sorry, is looking alright, but the tib's still in pieces, I guess, but not...
It's healing well. You can see where the bone is actually healing, but the line where the fracture is still... There's too much line there, which just means it needs more time.
Exactly.
And blood flow in that lower area, you know,
is low
takes longer
compared
to heal.
Yeah, exactly. Which, yeah, I guess sucks, isn't it? But, you know, I guess it's better to, you know, be feeling better before I start doing anything, to be honest. And I think this is not just a motocross thing for me. I wanted to get back into it, you know, being 8 weeks of doing nothing at all. You know, you miss out on things, which sucks to me because I love to be so into it. And I guess that's one of the big reasons that, you know, it's so, like, harsh like that for me at the moment.
So what's going on emotionally? How are you feeling?
Emotionally, I'm feeling alright. You know, 9 weeks now probably doesn't sound too much, but it's, you know, when you're doing nothing, it is. So emotionally, I wouldn't go along the lines of depression. I would definitely go probably a bit sadness at times.
What are you sad about?
For me, the sadness part, I guess, is, you know, not being able to, you know, hang with friends and, you know, keep those relationships going with mates and that. And I'm not one, I guess, with mates especially, I hate to be the one to have to, like, I hate having to rely on people a lot more, to be honest. You know?
Hate relying on us?
Yeah,
you're kind of okay with that.
I'm okay with that, you know, we're family, you know, so,
That's right.
and yeah, but I love you guys for that, so thank you very much.
Pleasure.
But yeah, no,
Try not to break any more.
Yeah, no, that's not the plan so far, so yeah.
It gets you a little flat, it gets you a little down.
Exactly. And
because you can't be doing the things you're normally doing with your mates, hanging and riding. And
exactly, and I know, like, usually we started going to the track a lot more, to be honest. Let's be honest, like, it was started to go to every 2 weeks, every second week. And yeah, you know, when you go out of that pattern for a bit, it's almost a bit like, well, what else do you do? And, you know, like, yeah, we've got our video games and all that, but video games just isn't what I want to do, to be honest. I want to be able to, you know, get out and, like, hang with mates and, you know.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like, people, you know, I know you guys love playing video games, but you reach a point where you go, this isn't doing it for me.
And I thought I reached that point before I even broke my leg, to be honest. I was honestly like the game Fortnite. I was not into that, to be honest. I wasn't, like, played it, I loved it.
I think you like hanging out with mates.
Exactly.
That's one of the amazing things of Fortnite is, you know, in my era, like, if you're gaming, you're sitting in the room all lonely and by yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
The new era, you're like
you're
sharing it with friends.
Left, right, centre. So yeah, no, definitely. But I think motocross is definitely one thing that I miss a lot, to be honest, because, you know, it's given me so much as a person. You know, it's just given me the love I have for it is just second to none. So
it's important.
Exactly.
You need those things. You need to have love and passion.
Exactly. And for this
life.
Yeah, for this so much is that, isn't it? It's very, and it's almost like an addiction. It's a hobby, but like it's an addiction. It's just like I want to be out there whenever I can, you know. And when you hop on the bike, it's just a whole new level of freedom. So, yeah.
That's true, isn't it?
Exactly.
Everything else drops away.
Oh, for sure.
So, we're 9 weeks in.
Yeah.
And how many more weeks in the green machine? Because we do have a green. We've gone through a multitude of colours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well,
and we're at green.
We're at green, so we've been through what? Red, blue,
there was no orange.
There was no orange. I asked for orange, but there was no orange, so I put a request in.
KTM, if you could create orange plaster for us, we'd appreciate that.
Exactly, I'd really appreciate that. So thank you very much. But yeah, no. So yeah, we've been through every colour you can imagine, and I think
it might not work so well with the KTM green.
Yeah,
but anyway,
exactly.
Yeah.
How many? Because it's been 6 casts I've had so far around it, something like that. So it's just been a multitude of casts and just never ending hopping around, which I think is another thing that gets me a little bit down, isn't it? That you can't fully function. And that in 9 weeks, yeah, like I said, probably doesn't sound much. I know there's so many more people who've gone through it before, but yeah, I tell you what,
it's a long time, and there's a lot people a lot worse off, and
exactly. And you know what? That's what I think. I think that, isn't it? I think, you know, I think that's the one thing I keep positive in my head. Is, you know, there's lots of people a lot worse off.
You can recover from this.
I can recover from this, and you know, this isn't the end of my bike career. I can still ride. It's just, yeah, I think every sort of
patience, young Padawans, exactly. As I like to say.
Yeah, patience, young one. So yeah, but no, that's about it really. So yeah, just.
So what did we say? We said, did we mention 3 more weeks in the cast? So you got to go through to 12.
Yep, so it's looking like it's a 12-week process, isn't it, really? So
that's in the cast, and then maybe moving to Moon Boot for maybe another 4 weeks.
Exactly. You never know, isn't it? And I guess the Moon Boot's a bigger step than being in a cast. You know, I'll be able to walk on it properly, which I'm so keen for. Because, yeah, it's definitely one of those things, isn't it, the Moon Boot, which is like, it's almost that extra bit of freedom as I'm going for, to be honest.
You can weight bear.
I can weight bear. So as soon as I can start walking properly, it's going to feel amazing, honestly. Because honestly, as much as, like, you know, crutches are fun when you don't have something wrong with you,
yeah,
it's a whole new level when you've got this issue going on. So yeah.
So yeah, 12 weeks, 3 more weeks, and then I mean, this is an important time because you also want to think long term. You want it to heal and recover, and there's going to be some you know, treatment then rebuilding it, because you actually no longer have a leg, you have a stick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know.
Isn't it amazing how much it wastes away?
Exactly. Well, that's like even the first like 2 weeks of me injuring it, and that, like when we saw it, it was like I took that like the long leg cast off, and the whole top of my leg had already like disappeared. There was nothing there. I had no quad.
You were at the gym smashing out some leg work and building quads,
which I think is so different, isn't it? Because like even that, like we're going through a whole process, and then everything just stops one day, and we don't do anything after that kind of thing. Which now I'm thinking I can start, you know, like we're talking about getting back into my weights and all that. For upper body, maybe not lower body. I don't really want to go anywhere near there. So if I'm working one leg out more than the other, and the next thing you know, I've got like a chicken leg, and then I've got like a rhinoceros leg. You know what I mean? So. Exactly. So yeah, no.
Recovery. You're getting close to the building phase.
Exactly.
You know, the first phase, healing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then rebuilding, and you know, taking your time before you get on the bike, so you're not, you know, putting that pressure in through the legs, letting it heal properly. So you know, do another 16.
Yeah, exactly. So
I don't want another 16.
And so I think that's actually another reason is like when we talk about like what I've been doing. And that I feel like YouTube has helped me a fair bit, like keeping me, you know, working continuously, because sometimes like I haven't had nothing to do.
These guys have been keeping you going.
Yeah, you guys have been keeping me going, so I really appreciate that, guys. So yeah, YouTube's really been helping me out a lot, actually, to be honest. You know, so I'm doing stuff. I'm working on a merch line for the channel, and I'm trying to build it. You know, and I feel like almost by having this injury, it's almost helped me to exceed this channel from like. What was it? I was at 390 when I did the leg, and now I'm at 473 in a matter of 3 months. So
if you want to grow your channel,
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Break your leg. No.
I wouldn't.
That's not what you're saying.
No, I would not say do not break your leg. No, we should get that sorted out straight away.
You can grow your channel without.
Exactly. But what I'm getting across here is, you know, when you.
We get it.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to work. You got to grind, and you know, grind time's been one of those big things at the moment where it's just been non-stop work. You know, so. Yeah, exactly. So I'm loving it. But yeah, if you ever have an injury like this, I guess that's the thing to do is just keep yourself busy. I know I got told that when I first did it, is keep yourself busy. So.
Yeah, and you can learn and grow and develop yourself.
Oh, for sure.
Always.
And I've been able to study the sport even more now as well. Like, you know, before I did it, you know, I was feeling really good on the bike and that, and then I look back at videos and go, well, I wasn't doing that probably right, how I should have been doing it, or how...
analysing your technique.
Exactly. So yeah, no, definitely. So when I get back, you know, it's coach. I'm gonna go to coaching and all that. I'm really just keen to work on me as a rider, and then, yeah, really move forward. You know, take it from, you know, that plateau I was sort of just like evening out onto and taking it to that next spike up.
And for me, one of the things that I really like is this whole idea that as you develop as a rider, how do you develop as a person? As well, you know, how do you use these things and how do they improve your entire life?
Exactly, because no,
they're connected.
Oh, for sure, exactly. And yeah, like this sport has made me a whole new person, you know, like, well, not a whole new person, but definitely has changed me in the way, you know, sometimes I act, and that, which I love, because, you know, it's sort of inviting me into the sport and the culture of what motocross or any kind of motorsport
How does it improve you as a person? Courage under pressure.
Yeah, and determination, you know, to work, and so that's probably why it carried on over into the YouTube scenario thing. So me, I was so I wasn't really fully working before. Well, I was working before motocross, you know, I was going ham, but you know, this whole thing is just it's inspirational. I find it really inspirational, this whole sport and that, and you know, with friends and that, you work together as a thing. As much as people say it's a one-man sport, if you look behind the scenes, you know, you've got you who help me with the bikes, you know, like you're not a full-time mechanic or anything like that, but you know the basics, but you know, it's such a family kind of orientated sport, and anyone who would ride would know how family orientated this sport really is, and you know, it creates that bond, you know. That's what I feel like. It really creates a good bond between, you know, your brother like Tarquin, and, you know, you and me, and that's
Tarquin behind the camera.
Tarquin's behind the camera, so thank you very much. But yeah, so, you know, I think, yeah, I love the sport to bits, and, you know, I wouldn't change the world for it.
And I think that's one of the things is the relationships you make. That's a big part of it.
Exactly. Oh, for sure. I know. And through YouTube, as we say that, I've made so many friendships through this sport. It's not funny, you know. Like when I went to Gold Coast, you probably saw it yourself a little bit. You know, I had Bailey come up to me and say hello, which was really, really cool. I had Max come up to me. I had Justin, and you know, that was just so cool to see. You know, and to get into that environment and, you know, expand is just the best thing ever. And you know, when people come up to me, it feels so good. It gives you the best feeling ever, you know, when you can really bond with that group and that community.
Amazing.
It feels amazing.
And so it sounds like out of adversity, something good comes out of it.
Exactly. And yeah, like we said, I'm not going and saying go break your leg.
No.
But, you know, put yourself out there, I guess. You know, that's the big thing I want to come out of this is, you know, I've put myself out there and I'm loving every second of it, like you all believe.
So cool.
So yeah. Alright then.
Awesome. Good to talk.
Well, thank you very much, and I thank you for everything you've done for me, so I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
It's awesome to be here.
And yeah,
talking to
Big Brad Snell, that's what we call him, so you see him on the channel here and there, so yeah, behind the camera.
Behind the camera.
Bit of this, bit of that, so yeah, awesome. Alright, and thank you.